going outside in the yard with a mason jar. Just what the am I doing, right? These times are busy. I don't have time to do all I want to do. So I'm gonna use a mason jar to preserve a few extra days at least, what I'm here to harvest. And what I'm here to harvest spruce tips. What am I gonna do with spruce tips, you ask? I'm gonna do spruce tips jelly. But spruce tips, now don't quote me on this because I know there are some spruce in some parts of the world that are not edible. But I know that this one is, because in New Brunswick, I don't think there's any of those spruce that are not edible. So these tips, the ones, the new growth, you just remove the little paper thing. It's not a common taste. You get used to it, I guess, but it's something you can put in a salad. You can dehydrate it to make a spice. And what I just told you I'm gonna do is spruce tip jelly. Spruce tip jelly is actually pretty good. It's actually kind of late in the season. I'm at the very end because, as you can see, they're actually pretty big. You also have to make sure that you don't pick them all up because these are actually the growth of the tree. So if you take them all, like these ones here, they're kind of too big. I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna go with the smaller ones. And that's the only reason I'm keeping the spruce right there. I have a few spruce here. When I got here, the bigger ones were as small as this one. Been here for about 15 minutes. It's slower than I thought it was gonna be. But while I'll take a break, I'll give you another trick or another fun thing about spruce. If they're healthy, can make just a small scratch on them. Like I did here. I don't know if you can see this one here. If it's healthy, you'll see right away the liquid or whatever it is come out. Some sort of a gum. You see my fingers already wet. If you ever have an injury, you're stuck in the middle of the woods and you have an injury where you're bleeding or something, this is antiseptic. It will stop the bleeding and some sort of a glue that will glue the wound. At least it will give you some time to get help, some extra time to get home, or just make a small cut with a knife. Gather that stuff, the gum or whatever. I think it's also edible. I remember being a kid, when you get some that are tough, when it's been on the tree for a while, this is the way for the tree to heal itself, by releasing the stuff. But once it's tough, it's almost like a candy. You can chew on it. It'll give you some vitamins. I think it's vitamin C. And after a while, it literally becomes like a gum. All right, so I should have at least 2 cups, a little bit more just to be sure. And we'll show you what I'm doing with them. All right, so I'm back inside. I'm doing this the next day because, well, I didn't have time to do it yesterday. I put 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. So put that on high, put the lid on my pot. I'm gonna then add 2 cups of spruce tips and 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And that's optional. The lemon juice is optional, but I will add it anyway because it's in the recipe and I want to do the recipe right. I need to stir it, sugar in the water until it boils. Once it starts boiling, I'll add in the spruce tips and the lemon juice, and I will turn off the heat, put the lid on, and let it cool down. It says you can do it for at least 12 hours, so I'm going to put it in the fridge until tomorrow morning. I'm going to get up early and finish it up tomorrow morning. So the lemon juice was added, spruce tips are in there. Gonna stir it a little bit just to make sure the spruce tips flavor blend in the syrup well. We're gonna put the lid back on. Alright, so it's 6:25 a.m. I'm doing this before I go to work. What I'm gonna do is take some cheesecloth, strain it directly in the mason jar, and then I'm gonna water bath it. It's supposed to last basically for a year. I tasted it. It's not gonna last a year, trust me. So we made a little bit too much. Of course, I can never do anything right. So now it's overflowing, so I'm gonna have to empty it a little bit. So I took it out. It has a lightish green color. Doesn't look like much, but it is delicious. But then again, there's a lot of sugar in there, so it would make sense that it tastes good. Another way you can use the spruce tips is by making spruce tips jelly. I have a recipe here. I'm gonna try it out. Maybe not tonight because at the time of filming this, I'm supposed to go live tonight. I also have to get ready for my animals coming in tomorrow morning. And you know, I'm still behind on the greenhouse. I also want to try dandelion jelly. It's time to pick up the dandelions right now before they get too big. Another way you can use spruce tips is simply raw, just straight out of the tree. It's edible, it's very rich in vitamin C. You can put it in a salad as well. Like, this is something we want to try this year. Put it in a salad. We're gonna go and pick up a little bit more because I want to do some jelly, and I also want to harvest some kale and lettuce and make a nice salad with it. Alright, so thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to share, like, subscribe if it's not already done. I will see you next time, and if you try it, let me know. Take care. Bye.